This podcast is brought to you by the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce. The presenting sponsor of ChamberCast with Kelli Saif is Jalal Abdallah Law. This episode is sponsored by A Dream Limousine in Sedan. Welcome to ChamberCast with Kelli Saif, a look at the people, places, and events in our community, brought to you by the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hello, welcome to ChamberCast with Kelli Saif. We're here for another episode of ChamberCast here outside in front of this fantastic looking party bus from A Dream Limousine, and this is the owner, Dave Garr. We're going to talk to him today about his business. And we also have Greg Russell here, who does his Tour of Detroit tours that are just absolutely fantastic. If you think you know Detroit, you don't know Detroit. They're going to show you some things that you've never seen before. We are hanging out here outside just to talk about your business, Dave. So tell me, how did you get started in this type of business?
Well, first off, Kelli and Steve, thanks for having us aboard.
Oh,
Enjoying it.
We're honored to have you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pleasure.
Business started years ago. I mean, I had a daughter pass away,
Okay.
and I was soliciting donations for a golf outing in her name, and came across a limo company in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Asked the limo company for a donation. They gave me a donation. On the way out, I said, "Do you guys use any part-time drivers?" That's what it started.
Wow.
Found out the owner was not all that great of a guy, so him and I had it out. I ended up buying the company from him. He sold it to me dirt cheap.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I swear to God, I don't think this guy had a clue.
This is the owner?
Yeah, this was the owner of the
wow.
company. He was not all there.
Okay.
Well, that was like Kismet because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Sorry.
No.
He said something funny. That's it.
That's great. That's good. I mean, you went in there for a donation and you kind of walked out
With the
owning
company.
owning the company.
I mean, it took about a year and a half from point A to point B, but
Okay.
that's how it started, and just kind of grew it from there.
Why do you like driving? I mean, what drew you to that? What is that? What is it about?
I've always been good with direction.
Okay, that's
I used
where
to
my
take
issue is.
I used to take trips with my mom to see relatives in Wisconsin.
So you don't need Apple Maps.
No, not at all. Not at all. We went out there. Of course, we used a triptych at the time, if you remember what those are.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But after we made the first trip to their house in Wisconsin, I knew how to get there. So
Yeah.
every time after that, we didn't need a triptych. We needed a Dave tick.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I just love driving. I love seeing things, discovering things. I like driving around, getting lost on purpose to figure out my way back.
That's nice.
That
is
is
nice.
That's interesting
That-
because my goodness, I would be like so uncomfortable doing that.
Yeah.
So it's nice, that you do that. And speaking of, driving and things like that, you do more than that. You do like pickups from the airport for people. Tell us
Logistics,
the-
yeah.
Logistics. Okay, so
Yeah.
logistical. So
Pretty
like
much,
for,
yeah.
for any kind of like entertainment that comes in, right, and things like that.
Yep.
So that's great. So tell me a little about that.
There's a lot that goes into that. People think, oh, I need a trip to the airport. Well, what time do you want to be picked up from your house? Well, the flight leaves at 7. You tell me, where do you live? I got to figure out how long it's going to take to
Okay.
get to the airport. What time of day is it? Is it rush hour? Is there construction, as we know in Michigan? You just got to take all that stuff into consideration. And then you work it out with them. And if you do it right, and you do it cordially, and you feel like you're helping them, they feel like they're being helped, they'll be return clients, which that's how I kind of grew the business.
Nice.
Absolutely, yeah, because it is all about
Yeah, it is.
showing what you can do and then
Yep.
having them
Yep.
come back
Exactly.
and back that return business.
Yep. So Dave, we got a nice party bus right here, right behind us.
This is one of our
right?
small ones, yes.
A smaller one? Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about your fleet. How big is your fleet? How many
We
vehicles
have,
you have?
Well, we have probably about 9 or 10 vehicles.
9 or
between,
10?
Between sedans, SUVs.
Nice.
We have a van. It's a 14-passenger Sprinter type van. It's built on the same frame as this Ford Transit. But for larger groups, say 10 people want to go to the airport.
Yeah.
You don't want to take 6 or 7 cars, right? You're going to pay through the nose parking.
Yes.
Well, we can pick you up in our van, take you right to the airport. All the luggage fits in the back. It's a great way to go for larger groups.
So, I'm curious on how you met Greg. Did you meet Greg while going to the airport? Did you pick him up at the airport, or did he call you for a ride to the airport?
No, I've been stalking Greg for years.
Oh, okay.
Kidding.
There's an order out there, too.
Yeah, yeah.
We have to be at least 5 feet apart. So
Yeah.
good, this works
We're
out.
good,
Yeah, this works out, yeah.
No, seriously, we had a very good mutual friend of ours that's since passed.
Okay.
Kind of hooked us up. He used to take Greg to the airport a lot.
Yes.
And when he got busy, I filled in for him and took Greg to and from the airport. And then when he passed, I just kept it going. Greg and I, anytime he needed to go to LA to interview celebrities, of course I'd pick him up.
Greg is a Detroit legend, so
He is.
You're lucky to have a friend
I
like
feel,
him.
I'm lucky to be in his presence.
Yeah.
Insane.
Thank you.
We've got a great brother.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Greg, we're honored to have you here.
Glad to be here with you.
Your name is really known in Detroit, not only your name, but your family's name. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and your family history in the entertainment business, and love to hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, born and raised in the city of Detroit, and one of 4 sons of my dad.
Nice.
And to be quite honest with you, he is also a major part of Detroit city history. My dad was the first African-American city commissioner ever appointed
Oh, wow.
to a commissionership in Detroit under Mayor Roman Gribbs. He was in charge of the Department of Public Works.
Oh, wow.
So we had that. Then my older brother, he and his wife, they lived in Belleville. And did you ever see their newspaper out there, The View? They started it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So there's a communication
Yep.
right there, and okay.
And then my other brother, Cliff Russell, a big staple in the city of Detroit. He as well was a man of many firsts. First African-American press secretary for Mayor Dennis Archer, and also first African-American press secretary for a Major League Baseball team, the Detroit Tigers. And then younger brother Mike, he's an attorney. He works for, can I say the name?
Yeah.
Okay, he works for Feiger Law. So I always
my
tell
gosh.
people, when you see the Feiger Law commercials, you see the one black attorney, that's him.
Oh,
Hey, tell him that's not a commercial. Tell him this is not a paid commercial.
This is not a paid commercial.
There you go.
Thank you.
I love that. That is so cool.
Yep.
All right, and then you.
Yep.
So
I just sit around and go to movies and interview the people in them.
that's so cool. Like seriously, that's what you do right now,
Yep.
right? That's what you're doing. So, like, how do you decide who you're going to interview, or do you watch it and go, okay, I got to get in touch with this person?
Well, usually
probably,
there's an
right?
agency I work with in
Okay.
LA as well as Detroit. They'll call me up saying, hey, so-and-so just did a movie, would you like to interview him?
Ha.
And especially, I love it, we were watching a movie last night with Pierce Brosnan. I'm telling my family, I interviewed him for that movie.
Oh, wow.
I love that guy.
That is so cool. Well, we have to talk off camera about
Yeah.
who are nice and who are not nice. So obviously, big staple in Detroit, the Russell family, you and your family. So how did the Detroit tour start with A Dream Limousine, you and Dave? How did that start?
Well, A Dream Limousine likes to do a lot of unique things.
Yes.
I mean, our wedding package, we got awarded by the Knot Best of Weddings
Nice.
because of our wedding package.
That's cool, Dave.
We give the bride and groom, once they book their wedding with us, we give them a special gift at the end.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
nice.
strictly for them.
Oh.
So I mean, no other limo company in Detroit
Whoa.
does that.
It's personalized.
You know, we do that. Yeah, we personalize it for them. And we like to do unique things, so we came up with this idea of Detroit tours, and of course, knowing Greg, we go way back. You know, I ran it by him, and
And then also the way how it came about with me, and Dave's heard this story, because I was
A few
added on the
times.
tour.
a few times.
It was Christmas time 2017. My wife and I, our daughter and her husband were at an event downtown.
Yeah.
So usually I would always ask on the way home, can I take the scenic route, which means going north on Woodward? Normally I get vetoed because they're going to tell your stories.
We've heard it 100 times.
Right.
Yeah.
We know your
No,
stories.
No, Dad, yeah.
But I think it was because it was Christmas and I was looking like I was going to cry. They said yes, take the scenic route. So I was like, all right. So of course, going up Woodward, talking about the Fox Theater, the stadiums, how Motown used to do this here, and da 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 da. So my daughter at the end said, you know what, Pop, you know enough about the city of Detroit. Why don't you give tours? And I thought, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right.
So once I got home, I called my brother Cliff up to tell him this idea about, hey, why don't we do tours? So Cliff, in regular Cliff fashion, was always like, you put it together, I'll be there. So the joke was always like we were kids. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be there.
You do all the work.
That's right.
And Cliff will show up.
But the unfortunate part is, in February of 2018, Cliff passed away.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry for
He
your
had a
loss.
massive heart attack. Thank you. But I was then determined to do this, in his honor and our family's honor. So who's the best person to call up? My other brother, Dave Garr.
I love
Nice.
that.
So told Dave about the idea, and he said, yeah, let's do it. Well, at the time, Dave's mom was, I call her the ambassador to all of the, kind of like, when I say senior centers or centers like that where people would go and have a good time. She set up our very first tour. It's me, Dave, and a group of senior ladies. We went out, they had such a ball, they came back. went to their other centers and told their people.
That's awesome.
And next thing you know, we went for like 6 weeks in a row, you know, doing these centers. And then we just begin to get the name more and more out there, and boom, it's turned into this great business and great time.
So Greg,
Yeah.
give me the name of the tour.
Okay, it is the Celebrity Tours of the City of Detroit.
Yes.
It's a Dream Limousine and Russell Brothers City Tours, where we take people all around, show them things. A lot of folks think they know the city,
Yeah.
but they don't know a lot of different
How
things
do
about it.
I sign up? Like, if I wanted to get a tour, do I go online? Is there a fee? What's the cost behind it?
Because Friday and Saturday are big in the limo business,
Yes.
so
Yes.
Sunday through Thursday are pretty dead.
So it's $90 per person. Let's say on your Friday and Saturday. What do you get? You get it's not per hour. It's like just per person.
Per person.
Per
For the whole
person.
trip.
Okay.
That's a deal.
And
It
it's,
is.
it's
That's
about
a
a
deal.
yeah, it's about a 4 to 5 hour tour.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and every tour is different too, because
Okay.
you know, we do have a standard route that we like to follow.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to go, say, where Grandma and Grandpa grew up,
Right.
we'd be happy to drive you by
that's
there.
nice.
Or maybe where Dad worked for 50 years.
Yes.
You know, we'd be happy to take you there.
One
That's
of our
really
favorites
cool.
was one time there was a gentleman, he grew up on the west side, and he didn't think his house was there, remember? When he grew
Oh,
up
wow.
there. We got there, it was still there and looked nice.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
nice.
Did
So
you
he
have,
was like going, oh my goodness.
can you hop out and get photos?
Of course,
Oh,
anywhere.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
I
Anywhere.
like
How do you
that.
sign
Okay.
up?
All you have to do, you can either go to russellbrotherscitytours.com or
adreamlimo.com. Greg's got a pretty good story about our tour coming out of the Boston Edison area, the churches.
Oh.
Yeah.
it was a Christmas time a few years back. And like we said, we got a party bus, so if you wanted to bring something, you know,
Adult beverages.
right, a little bit harder than, you know,
Yeah,
soda
because you're
pop.
not driving.
Right, we're not driving.
Uh-uh.
So we picked up this group of nurses who worked at a hospital out in Royal Oak. And so we decided to just go straight down Woodward, you know, after picking them up. So they're having a good time. Once you're on Woodward, as soon as you cross the Davison Freeway, between the Davison Freeway and the boulevard, there's a church on every corner. So we get to the first one, excuse me, and one lady goes, "Oh, what a beautiful church. Let's salute the church."
Oh no.
And it's like, "Hey honey, look over there. Oh, another beautiful church. Let's salute it."
Oh no.
And there is one block, seriously, that has 4 churches on that block.
Oh wow.
So it was 4 shots
Yeah.
to get down that block, huh?
Another favorite. Look, there's a church's chicken. That counts.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you have a lot of stories like
Oh,
that,
That's
right?
funny.
yeah.
Because people just get real comfortable.
Oh
and,
yeah. By the
Yeah.
time we got them to the boulevard, Dave and I looked at each other and said, "We'll just drive them around the block, take them home, tell them they had a great time."
Yeah. That's
No
funny.
one would know any
No, they
different.
wouldn't
No.
get a ball.
That's
funny.
fun. That's good. That's very cute. So, Dave, I have heard that you have good relationships with several celebrities, and that you do pick up some of those celebrities. But I know that you have a couple that you're close, that you're friendly with.
Right.
And Dave looks. I mean, he looks like an 80s heartthrob. doesn't
Yeah, he
Isn't
looks
that
like a
right?
rock star.
I'm telling
This
you.
guy's a rock
I'm
star.
telling you right now. I know you don't like it, but too bad.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Right? Yeah. So you, can you tell us just about maybe a couple that you've picked up and that you've worked with?
Not a couple. Give us a list of all the
Yeah,
famous
yeah.
people
Everyone has
you
their-
picked up.
Get your pen
No,
ready.
all the famous
Yeah.
people that
Better
got
be
picked up by me.
Yes,
Yes.
picked up by
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 6-hour
No, anyway,
show
yeah,
Yes,
right.
yeah.
No, one of my favorite stories, myself and Eddie Money were really good friends. Every time Eddie came to town, we drove, not every time, but like 90% of the time. Right. And Eddie was so cool. Most of the people sit in the back seat of my SUV, you know, the celebrities, and they take them where they got to go. It's done, right?
Yeah.
Eddie would sit in the front seat.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool. And
Down
then
to
he,
earth?
oh yeah, he talked to me. That guy was so talkative, it was unbelievable. He was a great guy. But he'd play with the radio station till he found a sports talk show.
Okay.
And he'd be listening to the sports talk show and griping at the guys like they could hear him, right?
Oh,
It's
wow.
like, "Hey, you guys don't know what the heck you're talking about."
Yeah.
With that deep New York accent. And
Yeah.
He was an absolute riot, but a down-to-earth good guy. He'd always sign autographs for people.
Nice.
Always gave back to the troops. He was a good guy.
Cool.
That sounds
That's
like
cool.
he really was. And you know what? He actually played Dearborn Homecoming one year.
Right. Well, kind of in the
Yeah.
same context, you know, we do drive for a lot of the festivals around town.
Okay.
The Taylor Summer Jam and the Uncle Sam Jam.
Yeah.
So if you guys come out to the Taylor Summer Jam, Uncle Sam Jam, say hi.
We will. We'll find the limo or
The van.
One of these
Yeah.
vans.
Yeah,
Right.
party buses.
The party buses with the logo on it right
That's
there.
it.
There you go.
Yeah, very cool.
I have to throw out another big person who only rides with Dave.
Yeah.
It's Morris Day of Morris Day in the Tie.
And they do.
OE. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Morris,
They're
Morris,
awesome.
they're great
And
guys.
they're still playing, and they're still.
Oh, they're still, well, not as much as they
Yeah.
used to. Morris is at a point in his career where he can be selective as to which gigs he wants to
Yeah,
do.
Love it. Well, he
So-
had a good flair about him, though.
Oh, he still does.
And
Yeah.
I bet I would be like going like this when I was just around him.
He's
'cause,
still COOL, you know.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
right. That's
You bring
awesome.
Greg with you when you
They ask about
pick
Greg.
up these celebrities?
They
Yeah.
say, so how's Greg Russell?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Well, we were both at the Engelbert Humperdinck concert
Yes.
the other week.
Okay.
Yep.
It was fun?
Oh, it was a blast.
Engelbert
Nice.
was crazy.
Just the name makes me die. I mean, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
It's a
he's the
60s
one, the
name.
only, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, yeah, 60s music, but
Yeah.
but I can't remember how he came up with that name. There's some way that
That's not his real name?
No,
Oh, because I thought, why would you ever pick that unless it was your real name?
It was-
I know.
It stuck. I mean, obviously.
right,
You know?
right. But I'll tell you, driving him back, he did a show at Andiamo's out in Warren.
Yeah.
And he was staying at the airport.
Okay.
But from Andiamo's to the airport, there's a lot of freeway that we have to take, right? Could not go over 60 miles an hour.
He was scared?
Oh, he didn't like speed. He take your time, slow down.
Wow. You're like, but I'm going to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be at least 70, don't you?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
supposed to.
But
But
when
you
it-
did have Engelbert Humperdinck.
But if I
in
did
the
get
car.
pulled over, just roll
Yeah.
the window down,
Yeah.
say, dude.
Engelbert said
Yeah.
only 60. Interesting. Okay.
You guys want to sing some Engelbert?
What does he sing? I can't.
Though
I'll
I
sing
sing
it
it
as
as
I can't sing. I don't know.
After the loving.
Yeah. So Dave, why did you join the chamber? What about the Dearborn Area Chamber did you like or
Well, honestly, I have a real good friend that's a Dearborn Area Chamber member, Rob Meschke from A&M Painting.
Yes.
And he was talking to me about being a part of the chamber and how much it's improved his business.
Okay.
And he suggested I may want to join it just to see what it's like. I tried it out, I liked it, and I've stuck around.
That's wonderful. That's so good, and I hope that you're getting business from the chamber.
We are. It's
Okay.
very beneficial there. Plus, I'm finding a lot of businesses in the chamber that I've been able to use personally. So
Yeah.
it's been a win-win situation.
That is what it is all
The
about.
art of networking is beautiful.
Yes.
Sure.
It helps people get jobs, business, the whole nine. And you know, and I think Kelly, you've created a space for folks like business owners and startup businesses to interact
Yeah.
with each other. And I think that's why the chamber is still alive.
That's wonderful.
So-
well, we're keeping going.
Yeah.
Been a good
Keep
thing.
going. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Awesome. So with the tours, I kind of have the feeling that you can, and you had said this before, that if there's somewhere you want to stop or there's
Right.
Yep.
somewhere that something that you'd like to see, that you can do that. So you can customize your tour. So when talking with either of you, and I'd say, oh, I'm really into, the music that came from Detroit or
Right.
any of the music, interested in that, you can say, okay, let's do, we can hit the Motown Museum,
Of
right?
course,
I
yep.
mean, what else? The Grandy
Grandy Ballroom.
The
Right.
Grandy Ballroom.
Right.
And maybe where somebody lived. I don't know. Do
Oh.
you have like Aretha Franklin's house, right?
We've taken people by
yeah,
that.
We've taken them to
All-
the
yeah.
Aretha Franklin vault, the cemetery
Oh, yeah.
or the mausoleum.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
another spot. So that is really cool, people. So if you're interested in Detroit and you have something that you are really, or probably all the, our sports teams, right?
Right.
Probably
Oh,
have a
big
lot of,
time.
like,
Great
yeah.
time with that.
Yeah.
And like we said, we've even done wine tours before too.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
take people to wine country like in Jackson, Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
and take them there
Okay.
and bring them back, and they have a good time.
So it's not just a tour of Detroit; it could be a tour of anywhere.
Well, it can be customized,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. So you can
Yeah.
get them up to go wine tasting.
Yep.
The
That's
thing
what I was
is,
gonna say, yeah.
the thing is, a lot of people, they go to Detroit for an event. They go from their house in the suburbs to an event and then straight home.
And that's it. Yeah.
They don't see anything in between, but there's a lot of stuff in Detroit that even native Detroiters don't know is
Oh.
downtown. We'd love to show them to you.
Experience Detroit through these guys.
You got it.
You
And
know?
aren't they fun?
Yes.
And you guys have a really good rapport too. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just to kind of go into that just for a quick moment. Dave is part of our Chamber Connect group, a networking group with only one of each
Business.
business is included. So Dave is one of our participants, and he had Greg with him one time, and they did their they had like their morning 15-20 minute
Yes.
talk, and everybody just loved it. So
Really?
they loved your that you guys meld together nicely. It's fun to talk with you guys. you know a lot, and I think that if they have the time, that you definitely need to call and set something up.
They got a good vibe.
They
They
do.
got they have a good
Well, thank-
they have a
thank
good
you.
vibe.
They do.
They have a good energy.
Yes.
Even when I first met you guys this morning,
Yeah.
you're just very pleasant.
Yes,
And like
very.
Kelly said, a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom.
Thank you.
So yeah, so we're really happy that we had the chance to sit down with you guys. Really are.
And look at that,
You were great.
they're part of our chamber. They're
Yes.
part of your
Yes.
chamber.
Yes.
And yeah, this is how we're getting the word out about them. So
Yes.
I'm excited for you guys to get a lot of business.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yeah.
We're going to take you guys on a tour.
All right, sweet.
Well, I think they're just going to want a kickback.
Yeah. You need a limo, you need a party bus, you need a tour, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
You got a birthday party, you don't feel like driving, call Dave, Greg, they'll take you.
You got a concert you want
Yes.
to go to?
All right.
There you go, huh?
You're hired.
Huh? I'm hired. I'm the marketing guy for them. I'm the marketing guy. I put a suit on and that's it.
That's right.
You know?
I tell you, our services are probably more cost effective than a DUI.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be
So,
smart.
yeah, if you're having fun and you know,
Yeah.
you want to go out and a couple friends and
Right.
you don't want to drive, why risk that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Smart.
Absolutely.
Just be smart, you know?
It's starting to rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm feeling the drops.
Yeah.
too.
ChamberCast with Kelli and Saif is a production of the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce in conjunction with John Zadikian Multimedia and Visual Ronin Media Productions. The executive producer is John Zadikian. Our theme music was created and performed by Harper Vandenbosch. Comments made by the hosts and guests are reflective of the marketing directives of the Dearborn Area Chamber, as well as those businesses highlighted. No part of this program can be edited, revised, or replayed without formal permission from the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce. For more information about the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce or to be a guest on one of our upcoming podcasts, please contact the Chamber at 313-584-6100 or visit our website, www.dearbornareachamber.org. ChamberCast with Kelli and Saif is copyright 2025. The presenting sponsor of ChamberCast with Kelli and Saif is Jalal Abdallah Law.